night.
Right.
The stream has started. That was perfect timing there, Wada. So in the last episode, you guys were on a boat running from pirates. You were in a group of 6 boats that were running from the pirates. You guys broke off, and some of the pirates chased you. You had 2 ships that chased you, and 2 ships that chased the rest of the people. And Sam cast a spell that took out one of the boats. Basically, she called animals, and sea creatures came up and fouled their rudder and rolled randomly. But the rolling of randomness meant that the boat turned into the silent death, which was the big one. Your captain was like, "Fuck it, let's attack!" And so you guys initiated the boarding, and you attacked the silent death and killed or captured all of the pirates on the silent death. The other boat was sunk. At this time, you don't know what happened to the other boats. But yeah, so you don't know what happened to them. But you guys are standing victorious. The last pirate falls. There's lots of people throwing their weapons onto the deck. All of your guys are raising their hands up in the air, going, "Huzzah!" Things like that. Very, very piratey. But before we get into that, we're going to talk about scheduling a little bit. So I start nights on December 6th. So that means next week is Thanksgiving, so we're going to be off next week. The week after that is December 2nd. That is the last weekly. Then after that, we will be bi-weekly, so it's going to be the 2nd, the 16th,
and so on and so forth.
I think, hold on a second here. So
the second.
I start 6th. So, actually, the 16th, we will be off. So it's going to be the 2nd and the 9th. The 9th is going to be the last weekly. So then it will be the 9th, the 23rd, January 6th, January 20th, February 3rd, yada, yada, yada.
Okay.
Because I won't be nights that whole time. In February, I think it's either January or February, I go back to days again. So,
Weird.
yeah, I'm going to be on a rotating schedule. I think it's a month. I think it's January that I will be going back to days again. So every 4 weeks I'll be switching from days to nights. It's interesting, but it's what's going to be happening. So there you go. This week, no game next week because it's Thanksgiving. And then the following 2 weeks we will have a game, and then after that we will be every other. Is cool?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah. Pirates throw down their weapons. All of the good guys raising their weapons to the sky, screaming, "Huzzah! The ship is ours!" There's a body of a Minotaur person, and they basically, okay. So I'm going to tell you guys what I told Wada in his infinite. I'm going to complain about things. And that's right now, all of the spoils of war, including the bull ships, including the Silent Death and the Kingston, belong to the captain of the Kingston. So all treasure from all of the pirates and everything belongs to the captain of the Kingston. So,
Okay.
just to let you know for now.
No, it's in real life. It's what it would be.
Yeah. So, but, I mean, they will divvy up the booty as they see fit, as the captain sees fit. So, that's where negotiation is going to come in. So, in essence, what's happening right now is you guys are on... some of the sailors are coming over to the Silent Death. There are enough sailors, barely, to get both ships back to port. It's still going to take days. The Valkyrie comes alongside, and they lend some manpower as well. You still have no idea. You can no longer see these boats over here, the Frettenham, the Deceit, the Doomswell, the Stowaway, or Cantore's Rest. You can't see them. The Golden Fleece just fucking took off a long time ago.
Yeah, they dipped.
They're like, fuck it,
is
we're
it-
dipping.
Is it possible to strap the Kingston to the Valkyrie?
Tow it along?
There's no need. They're not disabled in any way. So all they
Okay.
need is the manpower to do it at this point.
Okay.
It's
So I
still
can
going to
jump
take.
over.
What's that?
Can I jump over to the Kingston and help? Or do we have to all stay on the same ship? I mean, we're all going back to the same spot.
No, you don't have to stay on the same ship at all. You can all. I mean, you can spread yourselves out if you want. The only place that you probably won't be able to go is the Valkyrie.
Right.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Cool. Because, I mean, essentially, we're just going to go back to port.
Yes. That's kind of what I was thinking. So,
Yeah, I'll go to the Kingston and help out since they're going to be a skeleton crew. Because they're going to need more people on the Silent Death, so they're going to want more experience.
Oh yeah.
Right, I'll jump over with Ansel and
Okay.
be like, I'm here now.
so it's going to
I-
take you guys another day's travel to get back to Temis. But I mean, nothing really happens. So, bada bing, you're back in
24
Temis.
hours later.
Yes, 24 hours later, you're back in Temis. You still have no idea what happened to the other ships. There were a couple of other pirate ships, but they dipped as well. As soon as the Silent Death got taken, they went, fuck this shit, we're gone. And they
Yeah.
took off. Because pirates aren't stupid.
Right.
They
Yeah,
weren't
right.
expecting. They were not expecting anyone to fight back. They were expecting, like, fat, easy prey, merchant ships and things like that. And they got
They
a ship.
learned the hard way.
Yeah, they got a ship with adventurers on it, and that's never a good thing. It's like, we're going to overtake that one. Oh, look. It's like in PUBG when you shoot at somebody driving a car and they immediately turn and start driving back at you. You go, I fucked up. That's pretty much what happened here. They shot at a car and the car turned around and went, attack! And they went, okay. Maybe
You wanna
we
fight
should have
me?
chased
I'm in
the other
danger.
one.
Yeah,
It's-
exactly.
The MVP of the whole fight was Eric. So.
Right. It's more akin to like taking a pot shot at another car and somebody pops out of the car with a rocket launcher. You're like, oh, whoops,
Yeah.
what?
I'm gonna say this out loud. Once the actual fighting started,
It was all Wada all the time.
yeah.
Yeah, but Eric is the one that got Eric and Kieran. So Bus and Kieran are the two that really
Yep.
set up the group for success in that encounter.
Yeah, I
Uh,
only sank an entire ship, you know.
Well,
What the fuck am I watching?
you did. I mean, through your actions, you certainly did. I mean, it was like you didn't go, I'm taking that ship down. You went, I'm going to attack that ship, and you went, holy fuck balls, what happened? And
Well, no, not really, because
No.
I kind of did say, I'm going to take that down. And then I did the spell, and it just so happened to work out exactly the way I wanted it. Sort of. Mostly.
Yes.
What am I missing? What are you laughing at?
I don't know. You guys.
Oh. We're in Ironwood General right now.
I'm in danger.
Jesus.
Jack tried to punch the pirate
Oh my
captain.
god.
For those of you who want to see, this is our Discord chat where
That is
strange things happen in the background.
I let the
Just don't worry about it. You know, it's fine. It happens. We
That
Yeah.
is a. Is it air or is it water? Okay.
it's air. He's got a whole bunch of oxygen tanks attached to
That
a
was-
pneumatic arm. I
Jesus.
just like the one where he hits the guy with the fucking air.
What we doing?
kill time for
Word.
like 3 minutes. I gotta pee. Hold on. I'll be
Okay,
back.
we gotta
Sorry.
kill time for like 3 minutes later. That doesn't work in real life.
Our table. Okay.
Who wants to fight me today?
Jesus.
Let's do it, Ansel.
All right.
The death.
All right, so
Why'd you kill our healer? He said
Wada's
the death.
bored. He's gonna attack anything that moves.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't know what to do with my hands, so I'm going to murder everyone.
It just cuts to Jack with like a stick and some sausage links on the end, just like shaking it in his face.
Buzz teaches Ansel to knit so he can do things with his hands.
Knit.
When
Idle
you
hands are the
guy
devil's
in
plaything.
Full fucking armor, setting back on the boat with his knitting equipment.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. That wasn't 3 minutes.
I'm making a stocking for Christmas.
Wait, hang on.
Oh God.
Right, here's the deal, Ansel. This is called a cat's cradle, right? So you put your finger in here. You put your finger in here, you put your fist in this hole that you create, and then you feel really sad about your father not being here.
Oh God.
What are we talking about?
I don't know what's happening.
I don't either, but
Oh,
that
my
sounds
God.
dirty.
First, you grab a silver spoon, and
All right. So you
doing
guys,
Cat Stevens lyrics. I'm sorry.
you guys make it back to town, and there are very few ships still in port. And what's interesting about it is the town itself is relatively unscathed. There are some parts of it that are scorched, but not as much as you might think.
Right.
So more and less, they came after us.
So you start to talk. You hear the pirates talking, not the pirates, but well, actually, yeah, they're interrogating the pirates. Do you want to ask them questions? I mean, is there anything you want to ask them?
They're interrogating the pirates on the boat?
Yeah, if you want to.
I mean, I can roll interrogation. I wouldn't know what to ask.
Dude, they're so scared right now. They'd answer anything.
So go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll interrogation.
They probably wouldn't be the most reliable narrators right now. Jeez.
Well, you still made it. You still really good.
You made it.
So you're able to pick fact from fiction. Basically, what this pirate group's modus operandi is to attack a port city and then look at the ships that are leaving and go after them one by one by one. And I've got to pull up my stream because somebody went chick, and I have no idea what they said. Because
Joe Frog? Leonard?
Oh, Joe! What's up, Joe? Oh shit, son! It's a guy from my work.
Oh, really?
Okay,
Oh,
so
wow.
so here's
what is
the
up,
deal.
guy from Dad's work.
When I started at the place that I work, you get uniforms with your name on them.
Oh God, this.
And there weren't any Dave uniforms, and it takes a couple of weeks to get the stuff. So what happened is there was a guy that used to work there named Leonard. And so I wore Leonard's for quite some time, and so now my nickname is Leonard. What's up, Joe? Joe actually talks like Kermit the Frog. It's hysterical. Hi, I'm Joe.
Hello there, Joe.
Joe talks like this. He's always talking like this. He's got a very low, froggy voice. All right, so
Sure, he loves that you said that on screen.
Yeah, like anybody knows who he is. You're out of town deer hunting. Well, have at it.
Okay.
Good luck. I hope you kill lots of innocent creatures and eat of their
Oh my
flesh.
God. Oh my God.
And eat of their flesh. All right, so you're in Temis. You find out that the modus operandi is to attack the town and then more like deer scaring, and then pick off all of the ships that are leaving. Because a lot of times they'll just take the fuck off, and they won't have a full complement of crew, things like that.
Right.
If they do sometimes attack settlements if they feel that they can get away with it real easy, but Temis is a big enough place that they don't think they can quite do it.
Let's do this.
Holy shit! All right, Joe, thanks for the sub. Welcome to the old
Nice.
folks' home.
You fool.
You utter fool. You're one of us now. You
One
can never
of
leave.
us. One of
All right.
All right, so you do make it back to town, and you are instant celebrities.
Okay.
Yeah.
Instant celebrities, because this pirate, Sammy, the name of the pirate was.
Oh no.
Where's your book?
Hold on.
Book o' names. Oh,
Wingate
scribe.
Drakkar, and I have 2 books now.
Black Drakkar is what they called him.
Yes,
He's been going along the coastline now for going on about 6 months to a year, and just causing no end of havoc to shipping. So he's been a thorn in the side of shipping lanes and good people of this continent. He's not a nice guy. He's bad, very bad. But I will tell you, for the remainder of your stay in Temis, you will not buy a drink. You can get as drunk as you want, and you don't have to worry about it.
Bus.
You are
Sea
instant
shanties.
celebrities. Oh yeah, they can actually teach us some she shanties. Some
She
sea
shanties by the seashore?
shanties. That's right. She sings sea shanties down by the seashore. All right, so yeah, so if you want to learn some sea shanties, you certainly can. But you guys are celebrities here, and the tales are growing taller even now.
Yes. The name of Ansel is rising.
Not just the name of Ansel,
Doesn't matter.
but the name of your
Sir.
adventuring crew.
The Black Hounds.
The Black Hounds is
That means
growing.
nothing.
That means nothing. Right. So, what do you guys want to do in town? You could do pretty much anything that you want. I mean,
You say anything, sir.
Oh, for fuck's
Uh-oh!
No, we are good. We are good celebrities. The people love us. You're not gonna burn down a fucking bar, bro.
So we were masked
Not-
when we burned down the bar. And
Oh no, I'm good. I'm actually not wanting to burn down the bar. I am going to actually go and not check my door because somebody's knocking on it.
now that's some metagame bullshit right there.
I don't really know. I'm kind of.
All right. So
Bus, what are you doing?
before you left, the captain did tell you that she would like you to be back at 6 bells.
right.
Okay.
6 bells, and we'll see how long the liver can hold out till then.
Right. Fuck my liver. Exactly. So, are you going to try and do some singings while you're there? I don't know. I'm not
barely.
saying busking. I'm saying singing. If you want to busk, you can. This is a smaller establishment, a smaller place.
Yeah, no, I probably wouldn't necessarily busk unless I felt like this would be the only opportunity for the night.
Honestly, you might get a bonus though because of our whole celebrity thing.
It's possible.
You know,
I'd
I
like
might be willing to bump you up a level
Okay.
for celebrity fame if you want.
So-
But it is a small town, so you won't make nearly as much as you would if it were a bigger city. But if you go
Yeah.
up a level, you never know.
And I don't want to metagame the concept of, are we going to a bigger city? So let's I definitely want to learn songs, and I feel like that would just happen by osmosis.
Well, what's
'Cause-
amazing is some of the songs that you hear, you're very familiar with the tunes already, but they have different lyrics.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's like different songs in different areas have different lyrics but the same tunes. And so you hear them, they're clapping along with whatever song, and you realize that they're singing a completely different thing. And you're like, well, that's interesting. And you kind of think about the words, and you realize that you could say pretty much anything. As long as the tune is familiar, you could probably get away with writing your own music pretty well.
Sure. It's like Rattling Bog. Some folks stop at the flea, some folks stop at a germ, some folks stop at the bard. So, yeah, you figured out that.
Those were certainly words.
Those were very
Uh,
wordy words.
I
That was
love
the
that
Rattling blog
stuff.
on the flea. There was a German, rattling German, and German, the flea, and the flea, and the friend, the friend, and the bird, and the bird, the egg, the egg, and
Oh,
the nest, and nest, and the twig, twig, and the branch, branch, and limb, and the tree,
bottom of the
tree, and
sea.
the bog down in the valley. So that song.
Okay.
Shit.
But of course,
But of course, I know that was.
Lana's just little shit.
Wada, you have never heard him in some of his rants that he uses.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to co-opt this just by a little bit. Hey Eric,
Yeah.
pretend that Mango is here as well,
Okay.
and I want you to go into the how they met thing.
I'm very confused.
You know, you say, "Are you two together?" And then you talk
Oh.
about the first time you.
Oh Christ. Okay.
Oh no.
Here we go.
Talk about, are you two together? And I'm sure that what happened, what happened, Mango, when Wada saw you, he looked you in your eyes and said, "Madam, I am a man of quick impulse. I think and I speak, and believe me when I tell you I cannot resist the conviction that you are the essence of every hope. You are the light in my life. You are the tree upon which the fruit of my heart is growing, my past, my present, my future, darling. You are my one to come. Believe me when I tell you, do not disperse that essence. Do not extinguish that light. Do not blight that tree. Believe me when I tell you I am well off, and I am a bachelor, and I love you truly, humbly, patiently, anxiously. I am paralyzed with admiration, and by now I drop down to one knee and be like, patiently, admirously, will you allow me to give the cherub seraphim their one holy task to put both yours and my names in the stars so that we may share one life together? Will you make me whole? Was it like that? Or was it just, you're pretty?
Did me tell you how me and my wife met, Eric?
Now,
I think
I have to set the stage for this. When he does this, he picks a couple in the crowd
and just stares at the woman.
Stares at the woman, like stares her down like a fucking dog. And halfway through, he drops to one knee and just one arm in the air like Shakespearean sonnet, just full force into this. And the crowd is just dying laughing because the guy's like uncomfortable as fuck. And then he goes, "Oh, then you're pretty," and the crowd just fucking loses it every time. So
Wow.
that's actually the first time I've ever heard him stumble over the words.
Well, it's because I actually explained what I was doing and then lost where I was.
All right, so
it's a different situation for that.
Yeah.
So.
Right, so that's the kind of thing he's doing right now on stage. He's listening to these words, he's throwing out all of these poems and everything, and everybody's clapping their hands, and Bus is just the life of the party right now. Jack, what are you doing?
I don't know. And there you go.
Okay, so are you just drinking and looking at people and watching, seeing what's going on?
I guess, yeah.
Are you handling a new book?
Dude, I'm still reading out of the Tome of Greater Magic.
Okay.
So watching the horizon for the Tome of Arcane Arts to appear.
Okay, so then Kieran, what are you doing this whole time? Now you got to remember, you're all extraordinarily popular. Kieran, you have guys coming up to you. Jack, you have girls coming up to you. Ansel, you're there too. Bus, you you all have people approaching you.
Who says I'm even in there?
Well, if you're there, I'm just saying, I'm
Thank
going
you.
person by person. Shut the fuck up. So I'm just saying that you are instant celebrities. Kieran, what are you doing at this time?
Hanging out, trying to learn words to songs and see if I can sing.
All right, so are you sitting with Jack? Are you sitting by yourself with well-wishers, or what are you doing?
I'm probably sitting with Jack.
Okay, so you're sitting with Jack. You're looking around. You're watching Bus on the stage, capturing the crowd, trying to learn some of the songs. Ansel, what are you up to?
Talking to the captain of the ship.
Okay, so you are going to So you go to the captain of the ship, and she says, "I've got a lot of work to do. I'll see you back here at 6 bells." They have ship repair to do. They did get.
I can help with this stuff.
All right, grab a
I'm
rope.
handyman. I'm a handyman, dude.
What skill?
Well, what do you want me to do? Helping with the ship?
Carpentry,
I have
probably.
carpentry. I can smith up anything they need fixed.
Okay,
If they
so
need-
you're helping
I have!
with carpentry, and okay, so you're using your skills.
My God-given talents, my friend.
Okay, back off, Bucko. I understand. Cool. We know what Bus is doing. Bus, are you going to try and do anything else, or is that?
I mean, listening around. Bus always parties, but tends to always have a backwards motivation.
Okay, so while you're doing this, you're trying to listen for weird and strange things.
Yeah. Particular if we hear anything about Alexander, or if I hear another ship's name that we've been dealing with.
So make an insight roll.
Oh boy. Additive or under?
Under.
Yeah, I don't know shit.
You don't know shit. Okay, so you're listening and doing things like that. Ammon, what are you doing at this time?
So is there a merchant or anything in the town?
They are. Let me see what time of day it is. It is late. It's like 7 o'clock at night, so the merchants are starting to shutter their doors. But I bet you can probably find one open. Are you looking for anything specific?
Either some weapons or an apothecary.
Okay, so you're walking along, you're looking at the signs, and you go, no, you read, don't you?
I believe so.
Okay.
You have read right to my boy.
Oh no, I do not.
Okay, so you're looking at the pictures on the sign. So you're either looking at it for a mortar and pestle, or you're looking for a sword and shield, and you're walking along. I'm going to say first off, there's about a 70% chance that there is a weapons dealer. Ooh, barely. And I'd say this is a smaller town, so there's only about a 40% chance of an apothecary.
Wow.
Jesus Christ, 2 sevens and then 2 71s. All right, so you can't find an apothecary necessarily as a merchant. I mean, there are healers in town that deal with things like that, but they are not currently available. So a weapon store is about the only thing you find.
All right, I guess I'll head there.
Okay, so anything specific you want to buy now? You don't have to go through interactions with the storekeep if you don't want. If you want, you can just go to the weapons page and buy whatever on the Ironwood charts. See what I'm saying?
I would interact.
Okay.
I also gotta pull up the chart.
So you start to go towards the door, and he's just getting ready to close his door, and he sees you, and he kind of gives one of those I work in retail size. Come in! Come in!
Oh, I feel that in my soul.
Terrible customer service right off the bat.
Yeah, well, he's getting ready to go. So, what can I do for you, young squire?
I'm looking for some swords.
Well, you come to the right place. Any specific kind of swords?
Specifically, I'm still trying to pull up the sheets. So,
Okay.
Scimitars or anything. Actually, kind of anything really. Single-handed weapons. Something that's fast and quick.
Fast and quick. Are you looking like a rapier? Or we've got scimitars. Look, got a whole wall over there. Scimitars are us. All you gotta do is buy one.
Scimitars are us.
Far as the eye can see, bended swords.
Nothing but scimitars. Aisle 7. Actually, they're lettered A through R.
Oh God.
God damn it.
All right. Is there anything specifically that I can see about the scimitars? Or are they just plain old, or do I?
Plain old scimitars. They're as plain can be. You realize that most normal places don't have magical stuff. You'd have to go to either like a collegium, or you would have to do some studying to figure out where you can go to get a magic one. Most weapon
Alright.
shops, things like that you'll find is going to be just normal, everyday. Look, these are made of Silne.
So
Naughty
it's
metal boy.
so Silne or Iron. Which one's like the better of the two?
Iron is
Sounds
better,
like
but it's
Silne.
also about 100 times as expensive. Because iron is rare.
Okay. I just
So like an iron, a Silne scimitar is 3 copper. An iron scimitar is 5 gold. Or 3 gold, sorry. Dar.
I didn't realize he's a pirate too. There.
Well, we're all from the sea. Some of us take up honest trade. Dar.
Go ahead. Do you have any stilettos?
Stilettos, as a matter of fact, I do.
All right. Let me get a stiletto.
That, sir, would be 5 copper.
5 copper for the ones that just saved your town. Can't you give us a discount? Can't you give me a discount there?
Roll your charisma. Under.
Oh yay!
He's being bold, Cotton.
Yeah.
And it fails.
Oh, I would take such a loss if I took anything less than 5 copper. I'd go under in a day. There are so many heroes around here.
I'm guessing you're not gonna let me continue trying to convince him.
Oh no, you failed miserably.
Eh. All right. Shame.
They're going like, save what? It was the lizard that did it.
From what I hear, it was the scaly one.
I mean, like, literally, it was basically Wada fist fighting him.
Actually,
I stabbed him in the back with a critical. Well, high damage. Max
Yeah,
damage.
no one ever talks about the thief stab, though.
Actually,
Or the druid, apparently.
well,
Apparently.
if you want the utter truth, they don't mention individuals. All they're saying is the Black Hounds and the captain.
Right.
right.
The captain of the ship is the one that
Didn't do
the ship
shit.
the ship turned and attacked this pirate, and they took him down. So you guys are heroes because you were on that ship, but you're not heroes because you're Ansel and Bus and Ammon and Kieran and Jack. You're heroes because you
The
were
best part
on
of this
the
is she
Valkyrie.
would have been skewered alive without us.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with that, but so because
know
you
that.
are because you are
She's like,
on
oh
the
yeah,
team-
I'm a great captain. I outmaneuvered them.
yeah. Yeah.
You
Well, actually,
lied
the
and
captain's
you're
not
just literally-
taking. The captain's
It's literally
not taking
us surrounding this enemy captain, and like, I punch him in the snout and piss him off, and then backstabbed and
Yeah.
cleaved in the head.
Yeah. Sometimes the blame and glory doesn't go where it's necessarily warranted.
Heyo.
You cowards! All you did was fight that enemy captain. I maneuvered the ship.
She didn't even really do that as much as Kieran.
Right.
Anyway, so 5 copper if you want one of these stilettos.
No, I'll just leave.
Wow.
Coming
No, I
late,
just-
making me stay open late. It's like his door like slams behind you.
Yeah, but a favor.
No,
I
it's
just
more
got.
like-
So basically, you go in and you
Shame
go,
that the Black Hounds won't bring any prestige to your shop.
well,
Ike,
so
Ike,
the way you
Ike,
tried to do it.
you're literally
No,
the
I'm
guy
walking out.
every night, 10 minutes after close, going, do you know how much money I spent in this place? I go, not nearly enough for me to care.
No, I walk out. I just say that and walk out.
Yeah, but you got to remember how badly you rolled your charisma.
Yeah, I didn't
You're
realize
like, hey,
charisma's
hey,
gonna
hey,
be
how
a
about
sig-
how about I have
for
sex
everything I
with your
want
wife?
to talk. I
Hey?
didn't realize it's gonna be a charisma roll.
Yeah.
Well, that's what
It happens.
charisma's for. Anyway,
Public speaking, sir.
that would be another one. If you have it, I would use that.
Well, I guess I'll leave and I go make a potion.
Okay, so you go back to the hotel and you start to work on your stuff. Dig
Yep.
it. So a few hours pass by. 6 hours later, you guys are, Wada, you are on the deck of the ship snoozing because you've been working really hard. Kieran
Sounds
and
about
Jack and Bus are sitting around a table. Your heads are kind of down. The place is basically like nobody left to go home. They just drank until they collapsed where they're at. So there's like
Oh, this is a
people
pirate town.
people
Right.
everywhere, just fucking laying there. There are people in the alleyways like puking. There are some couples getting it on in the alleyway. Just really an interesting drunken revelry that's gone on.
My
right?
type of area.
Bus is not really phased by any of this.
Probably not. I can totally see that. So you hear the bells of the town start to ring, and your heads are down in your cups, and you're very tired, and you realize as you're counting that it ended at 6.
Oh, you should have been on the boat.
So you're like, So are you gonna just head to the boat, or what you gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah, if the bells
Clearly.
are going off, yeah, I'm going to the boat.
Okay. So that's Jack here and Boss. Ansel's already there. Ammon, you also know the 6 bell thing. Are you headed down as well?
I guess I'll make my way there, but I want to on the people who are still sleeping. I want to pickpocket them.
It's not going to be very hard to do.
Hey,
the
I'll take
problem
whatever
is-
to get.
Yeah, the problem is going to be whether or not you're seen. So go ahead and make a pickpocketing roll, because there are enough people sitting around. I am going to give you a bonus on it, but I'm not going to tell you what.
All right.
So you did very, very well. Do. So you go walking through the. Oh, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me. The town is fairly small. So you get a total of 7 lead. Got to remember, these are just regular people sitting around. As first level characters, you made, 3 lead a month?
Right.
Also, 2 months pay right there. Done.
For them, yeah. So you just, where'd my rent go? So
Just casually walking by.
casually walking by, grabbing stuff. So you guys make it down to the boat. So what I'm going to do now is I will go ahead and move you to said boat.
What poison did I make?
Well, we will get to that here in a little bit, because we'll have to have you. Now I realize you're surrounded in blue, but you're actually on the dock.
Sure.
The captain is there, and you are surrounded by pretty much all of the sailors. The pirates have been remanded into custody. You don't know what's going to be happening to them. You might, if you stick around town for a day or two, you might find out, because it's kind of an open and shut case against them. And the captain jumps up on the gun wall, not the gun wall, but that place. Help me out, people. What do they call that?
By the wheel?
Yeah, it's not the wheel. The
Poop deck?
Oh no, you
yeah, I don't have the book of
The helm.
nautical terms open right now.
Are you talking about the helm?
She's standing by the helm. Thank you very much. I like the way you said that, like, you fucking moron.
I like how Bus can move around, but that's all I see.
Is Bus the only one on here?
Yep.
I put myself
like
on here.
Oh, okay. Well, you guys can.
Nah, I'm
There's
good.
no real need to put yourself on here at this time.
I don't trust you. I feel
Back
like
on the
I'll
ship
roll
that
for
can turn a
something.
90-degree turn.
Well, not anymore. It can't. Well, kind of, because you still got the pulley system set up, so they can turn better, but not nearly as good as what they could when you were rolling your fucking crits last week. So the captain gets up and gives a rousing speech about the takeover of the other ship that I can never remember the name of. The Silent Death. The Silent Death.
Yeah.
That's the one. So the notorious pilot Black Drakkar has been terrorizing the countryside, and now everybody can make an insight roll.
Okay.
Under.
And I'm gonna
Under.
I'm gonna do the cockiest thing I can do as my character, and everybody's gonna hate me.
Hang on.
Are you ready?
Oh God, what?
I'm gonna do the cocky
Whoa!
clap in the background saying, "Yeah, like you did so much."
Oh God.
I
Okay.
That is.
So-
Before that,
okay.
what should we know?
So Bus and Ammon and Kieran,
Hang on,
as the
I'll
captain
over.
is talking, you guys realize that the timeline of you're too busy heckling,
being a dick, yeah.
being a dick. The timeline of Black Drakkar terrorizing the countryside coincides pretty good with Alexander fleeing your area.
Yeah.
Ah.
Like the piracy terror along the shoreline started a little bit after Alexander fled Coventry.
Makes sense.
Mm.
Hey,
I was
the
hoping to
guy
figure that out in
y'all
the
were pissed
bar.
at.
Yeah, he's
Right.
the guy that they're pissed at. Alexander sent assassins to kill them, burnt down an inn full of innocent people, killed
Yep.
several people. He was embezzling large amounts of money from different merchants in the town. He was basically running things behind the scenes. And when he was discovered, he just burned all of his bridges and took the fuck off.
Yeah.
And kept trying to kill us, including sending a fucking succubus.
Yeah, they should have sent me.
Oh yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, honey.
Suck your butt.
Suck
Fuck
you,
Ansel.
bus. All right,
I mean,
so you start to clap, and the sailors all turn towards you, Ansel, and they're angry that you would interrupt the captain. And the captain raises her hands and says, "It's true. Our guests had a major effect of helping us out. However, they must remember they are guests." And she looks directly
Yeah,
at you.
Ansel.
I mean, I can get off the ship.
Goodbye.
I mean, just plain and simple.
I mean, I'm kind of with
Well, this feels
Ansel on
very
this
reasonable.
one. They would have been shark food without us.
Okay, so are you going to hang back with Ansel and
You know what? I am. Yeah.
okay, so Jack, who's standing in the crowd, goes walking back and stands by Ansel, and so
No,
the
I'm
the
letting her
sailors
talk. I'm just being a dick, you know.
so the sailors grumblingly turn back to the captain. The captain says, "But there were spoils of war, boys, and now we're going to divvy them out, and that includes you, if you are so inclined."
I point at Jack and
Yeah.
tell him to go ahead.
Yeah. All right.
All right, so she comes down, and over here, they open the doors into the captain's chambers, and they pull out a large desk. And so they set the desk up right here. And the captain and the first mate stand behind the desk, and they've got a big ledger of paper. And as the sailors come up, they mark their names and they hand them a pouch.
Nice.
Right.
So they're divvying out the spoils as they are. The sailors can then decide whether or not they want to stay on board, whether they want to give up the life. It's totally up to them. so far as you can see, almost every one of them stays on board with the captain. They appraisingly look at Bus, and they fawn over Kieran. They are a little bit side-eye at Ammon, and they look at Jack and Ansel. Some of them with outright hatred, and some of them with grudging respect. But I mean, you got to remember, while you were doing your part of the fight, there was a lot of fights going on both ships as well. So I mean, you're not the only ones that were fighting.
I mean, that's not even really the point of all of this, but okay, fine.
I'm going to literally be the last person that walks up to the captain.
Okay, so are you guys going to get in line with the rest of them? So Ansel's going to be last. Which one of you four is going to be first? Do you want to roll to see who's
I'll
first
do
in
it.
line?
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
roll.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
Ammon's like, you guys are like, all right, should we go? And Ammon goes, fuck it. He goes walking up. So the first mate looks at you and goes, Ammon, you were good in that fight. Here's your pouch. Tosses you a pouch. I'm not going to tell you what's in it quite yet. So do you guys, Kieran and Bus and Jack, do you want to roll to see who goes next, or?
Let Kieran go.
Okay.
So Kieran goes up, and the first mate stands and bows and says, were it not for you, this might have been a lot tougher of a fight. And he tosses you a pouch.
Bus would actually let Jack go first if he wanted to go.
I don't really care. I mean, the money means nothing to me. We survived. That's all that's really important.
Sure.
So
I
Healer.
guess go ahead, Buzz.
Oh, is it going to be Bus or is it going to be Jack?
What do you want to do? You want me to go? Okay.
Go ahead, Jack.
So Healer, you've been very impressive in your stay with us. Your ship knowledge and healing ability, helping out where you could, has been very impressive, and we thank you. Anytime you would like to sail with us, you are certainly welcome. And he tosses you a pouch.
Thank you, sir.
So Bus walks up,
Yeah.
and they say, you, sir, you're not a very good sailor, usually, but when the chips were down and we were in the troubles, you came through shining in so many ways. You astound us. Your good humor and your abilities make you an invaluable member if you would like to stay on with us. Here is your pouch. Throws you your pay.
He's not even looking. He palms the pouch.
Okay. Yeah, you're a biggin, so it'll fit real easily.
Mm-hmm.
Ansel, you wait. The crowd basically disperses, and they realize something's happening, and they all kind of stop and stare at you, and an aisle opens. So like some people walk one way, some people walk the other, and it's like you're walking up the middle of a church,
Yep.
the church, a pew on each
aisle.
side. The aisle,
Yeah, the
exactly. And so you walk down the aisle, and you see people are tensing, and hands have gone to weapons, and the only one that looks really relaxed is the captain.
Right.
And so you get up to the table, and are you going to talk before them, or are you going to wait for them to say something?
No, let them talk. I'm not that disrespectful.
What? Are you kidding
Just
me?
a little bit. I
Okay.
have my moment.
So,
Know
He did
what I
kind of
hate
have a
first.
point.
so
Yeah.
the first mate stands up and bows to you
I
and
nod
says,
down to him.
and says, Gladiator, you have no idea how thankful we are you are on this vessel with us on this day. The tide of battle could not have been worse were it not for you. Your prowess in combat is without measure, and for that we thank you. And he tosses you a pouch.
I take the pouch and I toss it back. I look at the captain and I say, I want the axe.
She throws back her head and laughs. She nudges the first mate and says, "Told ya."
Yeah, I'm not one of money.
So she turns around and grabs it where it had been sitting, and she tosses it to you.
All right, and I slam it on my back.
Slam it on your back.
And first, I hold it up in the air like the victory pose for the you know.
Yeah, I know exactly the pose. And light glints off it briefly. And, yeah, so... And she says, "The 5 of you need to come with me." And she goes into the captain's quarters and just expects you to follow her.
Uh-oh, guys. We're in trouble.
I nod everybody in.
Bus would be the last.
Now
one.
I don't want to.
You nod everyone in. Okay, I didn't understand what you meant by that. All right, so you nod and everybody goes in. Bus kind of hanging back, looking around. Finally, he goes in and closes the door, like, quickly.
Bus would.
And there's a table set up with food and drink. Even though you're all tired and you've been partying all night, this is more of a reserved thing. The captain, by the way, looks fresh. She got some sleep last night. You guys, like cat napped or dog napped or whatever it is you lizard people do. Lizard
What do you
nap.
mean, you
Very
lizard people?
slow.
What do you mean, you people?
Dave.
Yes.
And while the door shuts, I'm going to look at the captain and I say, "No disrespect, but we have to keep our name too."
Oh, no. I have no control over what the idiots in town say.
Fair enough.
And she sits down at the head of the table and says, "Please sit." And she says,
Okay.
she claps her hand, and some of the cabin boys come in and lay more food and everything. You wash your hands, do whatever. And she waits until everybody's done eating and drinking and says, "Okay, we have business to discuss. You know as well as I do that we would not have gotten through that were it not for you." Do you agree with that assessment?
I agree.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Categorically to you.
I have a bit of a problem. I
Okay.
now have 2 ships.
Right.
I don't have the crew for 2 ships.
Right.
This ship has been my home for a number of years, but at the same time, I feel that I am due for an upgrade. So I would like to take over the Silent Death. But I need somebody to take over the Kingston.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
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 And I feel that you've earned it.
Ooh.
Now, the problem with that is you're going to have to hire crew.
Right.
Right.
You're going to need anywhere from 25 to 50 people. And the place can hold up to 50 people. That includes crew. So you're going to have to hire people to sail this for you. Now, I can possibly ask if some people want to join your crew, but it's going to be completely voluntary. There's probably people you'll be able to get from town, and you would have to negotiate with them for pay. However, I can't guarantee that they're going to be master salesmen. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
So you mean sailors?
same thing.
Right.
Would you
Right.
have preferred the phrase master seaman? Because I think that's
Yeah, I
what
need
you're
some
trying to
master
avoid.
seamen up in here.
I was trying very hard to avoid master seaman. Yes.
Well, I mean,
But now that it's out there, yeah.
Well, technically, that's my Halo screen name, so that works.
Oh my god.
Oh Lord. Lord
I
have
look at
mercy.
the.
Oh, Eric.
Oh,
Oh,
Eric, you're so
you.
silly.
Oh, you.
All right, so
Oh.
I am offering you this ship as a spoil of war. Of course, we'll leave some provisions, but most everything we're going to be taking to the Silent Death with us, which, by the way, is going to be getting a new name. But the Kingston is yours if you would like it.
Hell yeah.
One question.
Yes, sir.
What's in our pouches?
You haven't looked?
No.
You should probably do that.
No.
Okay, so if you open your pouches, you each have 10 copper pieces,
Woo.
the equivalent of a silver.
No.
To shreds, you say?
So you were paying
Interesting.
us 10 silver.
Copper.
And it's
Copper.
copper, excuse me. 1 silver, 10 copper. To find a crew on and to get a ship started.
What about it?
I'm just making sure you're understanding what you're telling us.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's possible some of the members of my crew would want to stick around with the Kingston. It's been their home for a while too. But I have a feeling a good majority of them will be going with me
And you're going where?
to the Silent Death.
And where is the silent death headed?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not kicking you off the ship. But I'm taking the Silent Death. Now I could sell it and divvy out the money, but that would be a damn shame.
No.
I want somebody. Basically, I didn't want to sell it to just anybody. I wanted to make sure that whoever got it would treat it as good as possible.
Fair.
Right.
I wanted to give it
I
to
do
my
have-
first mate, but he didn't want it.
I do have a question.
Yes.
What is the average pay for a sailor?
It's probably going to be about 3 lead a month. Some are going to be better, and so they'll require more. It's up to the individual things.
I have a question.
What's that?
How?
Who is going to lead this fucking ship?
Well, that's up to you all. Whoever the captain's going to be, the captain's going to be. That's not my problem.
Jack slams his mug down. I'll do it!
I mean,
And I just
he's a
laugh.
sailor.
He's the one. He's the only one with any practical sailing experience.
I still laugh. I
Oh, yeah, no,
know
it'd be
he will.
hilarious.
Like derisively, or
No, I
just you
just
think
laugh.
it's funny? Okay.
He just thinks it's funny that the kid's like, I'll be the captain!
Dude, he's 18.
Right.
I'll take it, though I do not know the way.
I think I know. Okay. So you said it'd be about 3 lead a month.
3 lead a
Times
month.
20 to 50 people.
20 people.
Oh my God.
Times, hang on. No. Hang on.
25
60 ladder plus 6
minimum.
copper.
20
That's the
Well, we'd be
minimum.
running a skeleton crew.
divided by 10.
25
we
minimum
need
in scrubs.
7.5. So you said 25 minimum, right?
25 minimum, 50 maximum. That includes you guys. So 25 people. Basically, you're going to need at least to hire at least 25.
So at least
Maximum
7.5
45.
Copper. We need at least 7.5 copper to get the minimum amount of people at the lowest
A
rate.
month.
A month.
That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all.
Where are we making this money to cover it?
Wait, 7? Oh, never mind.
No,
Yeah.
it's 7.5 copper. It's right. It's not a bad thing. I have 13 copper on me right now, and I refuse the pouch. So
Yeah, I've got 40 copper, and I still don't want to.
Guys, I got 34 copper.
yeah, we have this. And
Yeah,
you don't
so
have
the money.
you yourself, Sam, could do 4 months worth of sailors.
Yeah, we have this.
Oh, wait.
you could
it's-
hire
oh,
yourself
it's
some
not,
sailors, baby.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's not 7 per or 3
no,
per person.
7.5 per the crew.
For the whole
Yeah.
crew.
The
whole
that's
crew.
that's
Oh.
at 25.
Oh, I thought it
Yeah.
was like 1 person of the crew is that. I
No.
was like, there's, I would be broken 1 month.
Because literally, I was going to tell you, you could either be with us or against us, and against us ain't a good idea.
Hmm.
So in essence, what they're saying is you guys can, she gave you enough money to
Figure
hire a crew for a month each.
Yeah. So essentially, each of us throw in a copper and a half apiece, and we fucking were fine.
All right.
A month.
Yeah.
And
don't
you
think-
do have cargo. You can trade if you want, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with this. Actually, I'm really for it.
I don't see anything wrong with it.
I have no issue.
Yeah. as
Oh,
long
of
as
course not.
everybody
You're the
agrees.
captain.
Oh, he ain't the captain, sir.
You want to
Okay.
bet?
Okay.
You want to bet?
It's gonna be
We
a
don't throw
mutiny,
down.
mutiny on the Kingston day one.
I don't
Boys,
think any of us five
take
should be
himself
the
back
captain.
and heel haul him.
I myself
Wait,
don't
what?
believe that any of us should be the captain.
That I will agree with, but not because Jack is not able to, but because he's not as experienced as we would like.
In other
Is that
words,
better?
Jack, you suck.
No.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Wow.
I mean, I'd pretty much I wouldn't want to be a captain because I
any
don't
more
think anything
healing.
I can't run away from.
I'm dying.
What
Right.
about me? I was trying to be nice.
Jesus Christ.
I was saying you'd be good. You're just
you-
young.
But the best part about picking a fight with the healers is it's like you suck. Okay, no more healing for you. Oh shit.
That's fine.
Okay, well, I'll have to rely on this ring.
Yeah. No, I just don't believe. And this
Keep
is
in mind,
me
the person with the
talking-
ring is the one who's being nice to the healers. So
That's true.
I
Mhm.
personally believe that none of us should be captain.
Being
No.
nice is too
personally,
much
I believe.
effort.
completely out of character. None of us should be captain, but Jack's gonna keep asking.
Because he's a kid.
Right.
And I will keep calling him stupid and telling him no.
And it's completely understandable that we're going to have a inner conflict with this, but it's not going to be anything bad.
So, if you wanted to hire somebody to captain, they're probably going to make more than 3 lead a month.
Well, what if I just want to leave the ship docked here for a little bit
Okay, you can certainly do that.
and just have the crew, work on it and keep it pristine? Because you still have to do maintenance on it.
Yes, you do.
As long as they're getting paid, they're not going to do anything. So,
Right. So, this normally, Jack tells you this. He knows this. Normally, in a place, there would be docking fees.
that's fine.
Right.
But right now, you guys can ride your celebrity into the fucking dirt. And so for right now, the Kingston doesn't have to pay any docking fees. Now, depending on how long you sit here, after a while, grumbling might start happening. But for right now, they like saying, this is the home of the Kingston.
Yeah. That's the way
okay.
I look at it. That's the way I look at it. We keep
We're
it
playing on
here.
plaque duty.
Yes, we go take care of the business we have afoot
Right.
and come back.
We would just pretty much be clear about the fact that we're docking it because we still have to go find, Alexander.
Dick Stain McGee.
Yeah.
What's wrong, Ike?
It's not like we don't want to go sailing. It's just for now we got to take care of the business here, and then we'll journey out
Yeah.
basically.
Right. So you
That's
realize
better.
that you would have a little bit of a trek to get to Norwal from Temis.
It's no further than fucking Coventry to Fallejos.
That's exactly a good point. Yes, you are correct.
That is a 4-week trip.
Yeah, it's going to be about a month.
Okay, I can go to the whoever the fuck's in charge of this town and be like, what's it gonna cost for me to keep my ship here? I mean, I don't care.
Okay, so you say we have business in Norwal. We need to hire a crew. We want to keep this ship in town.
Yeah.
They're effusive and they're like, don't worry about it. You get the crew hired. You get the crew paid. You're going to be gone how long? 2 months?
About
Whew.
2 months.
Okay. Yeah, as long as the crew's paid. But if they get into any trouble while you're away,
Kill
then
'em.
you'll be responsible
Toss
for
him
it.
over the board.
Kill him.
Right.
I really don't care.
Okay.
I'm on the board. I'm on board with that.
So you guys are talking about this, and the captain make an intelligence roll. Every one of you can make an intelligence roll.
All right. Wow. Jesus.
Dead
I'm
even.
actually
Oh,
surprised. Well, Jack, you get a bonus, but you still failed.
Right.
Because
But-
Ammon and Bus got it, I'm going to say you also know this, Jack.
Right.
You're going to have to leave somebody in charge. Somebody
Pirate
has to be in charge of the sailors on the boat, or they will, the cat's
Right.
away, the mice
You're
are
not
going to
wrong.
fucking play.
We'll need the smoothest fucking talker
Hey,
that can also swing the biggest
Hey,
stick.
so I look at Kieran, and I say,
Yes.
what about your adventuring buddies that you made at the bar the other night?
Oh, they're gone.
You think they are?
Oh yeah, they're gone.
Are they?
You met
gone?
adventuring buddy?
So you want to try and look for them?
Yes.
So what was their name?
Yeah,
What was
we can do
their company name?
Fuck, I don't
Oh,
know.
where the hell is my book? Hold on.
Wait a second.
It's
Hold
either-
on.
What, Ike?
So, was this before?
Keep
When did
in
she
mind, he
meet
says
sister?
this, but it's literally been a month since we talked to these people.
That's what I was about to say. It's like they just
No,
there just happened
No.
to be. in
no.
It was
This
the
was
first guys.
it was a couple of days ago.
Yeah, this is
No.
days ago.
In the real world, Dave. In the
Oh.
real fuck world that we live in.
Okay.
Good then.
I said that. In the real world, it's been a month. Not in the game, the real
It
world.
was
Okay.
hard to hear the in the real world.
okay.
part.
That's fine.
It's either that or I'm just gonna make like an insight row to get someone that we know is gonna be good enough. I really
about
don't
to say.
care. Either
Just
one.
Hang on, I'm
Sammy's
flipping
reading.
That merchant talked like a pirate. I'm just saying.
Yar, I would be so good on the boats. Yar.
He would just sell my fucking ship and me and him would fight.
Speaking of
It's
weapon
gonna
making,
take me a second. I'm sorry.
Don't be. It's
Oh,
fine.
that's the
Yeah,
ship.
it's okay.
It's not a big deal. I can't remember their name either, which is why I keep going for you, little Miss Note Taker.
oh, I see looked
Delgs,
up on the-
Delvers?
Oh, you found it. Never mind.
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh my god! I remember
Yeah.
that now that you say that.
Yes, because
Holy shit.
Delg was the guy.
Yeah, the smirking little shithead of a Kateri who was
Yes.
pretending to be stupid.
So you ask around about Delg's Delvers, and yes, of course they're still in town. This is their
Hey,
base of operations.
friends.
All right, so you go find Delg and his friends, and he's like, "Hey, what's happening?"
Wow, I
Hello.
cannot believe they're still in town. Holy shit.
I need to talk to who was it, Delg?
Delg.
Delg. Yeah, it's Albin is his name. His name is Albin Deg.
Oh, okay.
Delg.
Albin.
Sorry,
Delg.
Albin Delg.
Albin.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to talk
Delgs,
to Albin.
Delvers.
Yes.
Albin.
Hey, what's happening? You
Uh,
guys are the talk of the town. We wish we were as famous as you.
Well, cool.
An opportunity
10 out
for
of
you.
10.
Well, how would you like to be in charge of the Kingston for like 2 months while it's docked here?
And an eyebrow raises, and he says, "You would trust us with this?"
Well, we know what you
Well,
look
if
like,
you
and
mess
we
it
know
up,
where
we're
you
gonna
live,
murder
you.
So.
I mean, the crew's under our command. If y'all do anything wrong, they have all rights to do the same that you would do to them if they do anything wrong. So,
What kind of rules do we have to go by? What do you have here? So actually, one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to say there's about a 20% chance that this guy knows anything about being on a ship, and he
that's a
doesn't.
no.
But I'm going to say there's about a 40% chance that a member of his group knows how to run a ship.
Yeah.
And so he says, my second in command used to be a bosun's mate. And so she knows all about how ships are to be run.
Well, it's just gonna. We've
Found our
already
captain.
paid. Yeah, we're just paying a dock. We paid a docking fee. We have 2 months. We need to go do something over in Narwhal. We need the ship looked after. Make sure the crew stays intact, so I don't come back to a shitstorm.
Okay.
Guys, I'm sorry. I gotta piss before I piss my pants. I'll be back.
No,
You're
that's
good.
okay. That's
Be right
good.
back too.
So,
and I look over at the second mate and ask how much.
okay, so how much? Well, let's see. How many people did you hire?
What did y'all say, guys? 30?
Yeah.
Okay, so
35? I mean, I just need a number.
30 sounds fine to
30?
me.
Okay, so
Thir-
that'd be
9 copper a month.
yeah. So we'll split. I can split that with one of you all. I'll take 3 copper off of mine.
I'll take 3.
All
I'll
right,
take
so
Okay.
so you say the ship is going to be held up. We are going to hire 30 members of the crew, but we don't know who we're going to get yet because we don't know about it. And the second in command goes, I can take care of that for you.
So Alora offers to hire the sailors for us.
Yes. So you give her the money.
Okay, and Dave, I'm going to say this right now. We ain't gonna get fucked, are we?
I don't think so.
No, I was about to say, how much money are we talking about here?
Well,
No,
okay, so
it's not
basically the
point.
money to pay the sailors, it's going to take 2 months for the sailors, right? So that's
Okay.
9 copper, so you're going to need 18 copper for the crew.
Okay, so
And then she says, I will take 2 copper to do this for you for the 2 months, so a copper a month.
Okay, I'll throw in 2 copper for her.
and I'll throw in the other 3 for the 2 months, so that's 6 for me.
Okay, I can throw in 3 more.
So you need a grand total of 20.
So we have all of it but 3.
Okay, I'll throw in another 3.
So it's paid for.
Okay, then.
Okay, so how much did each of you spend?
I spent 6.
Uh,
And then I
Was
spent
it
3. Or I spent 6.
So
Excuse me.
it's 6, 6,
Yeah, I
and
spent 8.
So
6,
20.
6, and 8. So Ammon and Jack just sit back and go, whoop doo 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 doo. Oh, okay. So they didn't spend
Jack
That's
had to
fine.
potty.
It's perfectly fine. It's fine.
it. We didn't take any money from the guys. I gotta go to the outhouse. I'll be right back. So they head out to the poop deck while you guys are talking.
No, I'm talking about more
Well-
as if we do this and we go take care of our business, are we going to get fucked?
I don't know.
Because, I mean, I can stay in town for 2 fucking months and just not show up to the game. I mean, either way, it's okay. I'm being serious.
Okay, I can't tell you what's going to happen in the future.
Things happen.
But I will also tell you, do you really think I'm going to give you a boat and not
Yes.
let you use it once?
Yes.
Okay, well, then you don't know me very well as a GM.
And
Well,
we'll get it once, and
we did have a
then
base
we'll
of
wreck it.
operations.
Yeah, and you had it for a while. Until it was prudent to the story to no longer have it.
Okay. Anyway, moving on. We've done the thing.
You're so fucking
I
paranoid.
trust the Delvers to do the thing, and not fuck us.
Yeah, they
over.
come highly recommended, actually, for a middling range group.
Plus, they're Canteri from my hometown, so
Yeah.
we're basically family.
All dogs go to Coventry. So,
Well, we're from the same place, same forest and stuff. Maybe some elves in common. I don't know.
yes. Somewhere.
Third cousin twice removed.
There you go. So she is going to hire all of the sailors for you. She's going to hire 30 sailors for you. She's going to get the ship ready to go. You got 2 months now to get back.
Okay.
Cool.
And so you take off for the Norwal. Is there anything else you guys wanted to do in town before you take off? And Ike, I need you to roll me a poison lore roll. So
Good
you
job.
are going to make it.
Good job.
So. Do 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 do. Where is it? Okay, so you were making a poison It is going to be chemical because it's not organic or venomous.
All right.
All right. So first off, I think that I need to work on how much these cost because starting at 1 silver piece is really expensive.
Yeah,
Of course, you have it, but
I was about to ask you, like, how much is this going to cost? Because I remember when I was doing it with the dwarf thief that I was with,
yeah,
the prices were absurd.
I was gonna say,
they
yeah,
are
that
they're
does.
very very it's very very pricey to make poisons because you're having to buy esoteric chemicals and stuff from different areas. So like you need to
What I
make.
got myself into.
Yeah, but
Wow.
I mean, look at what it can do. So, were you making what kind were you making? Were you making it ingested, contact, conjunctive? What were you making?
Oh my god! I made the mistake of going upstairs to get a drink, and then my mother's like,
Contact.
I'm like, shit.
I don't know if you heard me, but contact.
Contact. Okay. So bus, it would be 10 copper total.
Okay.
9
I'll
for
do
the
that.
crew, 1 for the girl.
Okay.
So you put in an extra month just in case.
Yeah. Thanks
All right.
for telling everybody.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that was just to me. I'm sorry, boss.
That's all good.
I didn't mean to do that. I'm doing 2 things at once.
I gotcha.
Shit. I'm not used to getting PMs on Roll20,
It's all
so I didn't
good.
realize what it looked like. Okay, so all poison start at a base of 1 silver. Cost of making poison is half purchase price, so it actually is not going to cost a silver. So you're making a contact. You've made it, so you are going to be making damaging nerve or circulatory. It's up
Go
to you.
circulatory.
You're going to go circulatory. So you're making. So now I need you to roll a. All right, hold on 1 second. You realize damaging is the easiest and least cost effective, and most cost effective. Circulatory is the most expensive. So let's look at.
Oh, is there different prices there?
Yes. So let's do equal 1.
I don't see it on the chart, so I suppose.
So that would be for a chemical circulatory would be 7.5 silver. In half would be 3 silver, 7 copper, 5 lead. That's a lot. That's a lot. Now a damaging would be 1.5 silver, which would be 7 copper, 5 lead.
All right. What's so where's the excess in price coming from? Like, what's the changing the price?
Are you looking at the poison chart?
Yes.
Number 3.
Oh, so the modifiers are the modifier to the price.
Yes.
Okay. I guess. All right. What?
But I'm not doing the level. The level is going to be based on your level. So let me take the level off of there. Okay. Remove that. So it's up to you how you want to do it.
Do a nerve.
You're going to go nerve. Interesting. Okay, so chemical nerve. That is going to be times 3. That is going to be 4.5 or 2 silver, 2 copper, 5 lead, or 22 copper, 5 lead.
Jeebus.
Damn, these are expensive as fuck.
Yeah, you're buying like. So you go to you basically went to an apothecary or a healer or something. You said, okay, so I need betaine sulfide, and this and that. And they're like, okay. So then they've got to find it or make it or whatever.
I guess I'm just gonna do damaging.
Okay,
'Cause
so
I'll wipe out my entire purse if I decided to buy
right.
one.
So that would be 7 copper, 5 lead.
And that's at half price.
That is half price. If you were to buy it, it would be 1.5 silver.
Okay.
All right. Done.
Now what I need you to do is I need you to roll a D100.
But if I get a 1 after paying that, I'm gonna be pissed. God damn it.
So 25.
great.
So it does D8 per level. So it is going to do 5d8 damage in addition to whatever
Damn.
your weapon damage is.
Ow.
One at the nice 100. But oh well.
Yeah, that would have been kind of cool. But so there you go. So be sure to write that down. And
So-
you got
And you also have half the town guard looking at you. Funny.
no, because he made it in his room.
I'm just joking.
Right. These prices are per application. So your application is 1 contact dose. If you put that on your weapon, it lasts for 4 hits. So
Okay.
use it judiciously.
All right.
Big bad guy kind of judiciously.
So it was 5d8.
5d8.
That was just it. 5d8.
Per
5d8.
level.
Okay.
No, it's 5d8 total because it's d8
Because
per
I'm level
level.
5.
Okay, I get you.
Yeah. What is sorry, I just got a message from somebody. Oh, fuck that. Okay, so that's what you have a little vial of poison in. By the way, you can put that on your weapons at any time. If you wanted to apply it under duress is when you have to roll use poison.
Okay.
And if you roll use poison and fail, there's a chance you could get yourself.
Alright.
Yeah.
So you might want to do it like if you know you're going to be fighting Alexander before the fight, you slather it on because it doesn't go away until you hit something.
Know
what I mean? Okay, so
Yeah.
anything else anybody wants to do before you start heading out towards Norwal?
I'm buying a longbow.
Buying a longbow, she says. So you can go to the weapon charts and buy a longbow. I'm not going to make you go through that unless you wanted to do the talking session.
No, I mean everything's pretty much staying the same except for my damage is increasing to 4d10 plus 19 because elemental damage. My base AP and stuff stays the same, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay, well then yeah, I'm done.
Hey, Dave.
Yes, sir.
Now I have a longbow.
Now I am going to go and who is that from? Okay. Yeah, give me a minute. Is there anything special about this battle axe since none of us really knew?
Is there anything
Oh.
special about the battle axe? I don't know. Is there?
Can I go and get it? Hang on. I need to see how much money I have.
How
Fuck
much
it.
do
Can
you
I go
need for
see?
it?
Oh, I just need to go see if I can get someone to identify anything about it.
Okay, so make an intelligence roll. Actually, I'm just going to give this one to you. You might want to check it for magic first.
Okay. Cool. Hey, Jack, can I hit you with this battle axe?
Sure, why not?
I'm sorry.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Well, I'm
You
not.
only
Guys,
heard
and you
it.
can't heal.
I'm not trained in the weapon, guys. So there's nothing I really need to worry about at this point.
Says a crit.
So,
No,
are
Why
you
don't
going to
you get-
just go? Are you going to go get it identified, or are you just going to go going to see if it's magic before you do that? If it's just a regular axe, you might not have to.
Hang on.
I don't think any of us can identify anything, so I'll have.
I don't have to
go
identify
get it.
anything. Give me 1 second, Ansel. Jesus Christ.
Hey, calm your
He's,
shit.
he's flipping through his book. Hold on, he's got his finger up like Archer.
All I could do is
He's doing
see
what
if
I
it's
was doing a
poison or
second
not.
ago.
Let's see if it has any magic on it.
Thank you.
So it glows pretty brightly.
There, it has magic. Go find out what kind of magic. Leave me alone.
Okay.
Goes back to his book.
Now I'm gonna go see if it has what it is.
All right, so there's not much of a collegium here.
That's what I thought.
So I'm going to roll a percentile to see if there's a chance that somebody is around that could do it. Yeah, actually, you run into somebody who has the identify object ability.
Cool.
And he just looks at it and he goes, "Oh, this is interesting." And he's actually not going to charge you anything.
Nice.
Because he just looks at it and he goes, I haven't seen a sundering axe in a long time.
Sundering.
Okay, so what's that do?
A sundering axe, if you're fighting somebody with a shield, on a successful hit, there's a 50% chance you break their shield.
Aw, yeah, buddy.
And it is a triggered effect. So
when they
on
have
a
successful
on a successful hit, if they have a shield, it doesn't give you any bonuses to attack, it doesn't give you any bonuses to damage, but if they've got a shield and you get a successful hit on them, there's a 50% chance that their shield goes crackety crack and falls to the ground. A magic shield gets a saving throw, non-magic shields do not.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Now I need to get trained in axes.
So you're holding it all wonky.
You're
trying to hold it like a sword.
Swinging into the handle.
Yeah, you're
Like
trying
a
to hold it
warhammer?
like a sword, and you're like almost hitting yourself in the face every time you swing
The
it.
thing is, the funny thing is, the weapon that I actually use is so close to a war axe, I would probably know how to use it.
Okay. But
I'm not saying it, but they're so similar. You have to say that you agree, but not in game context.
I don't,
Yeah.
but we won't talk about that here.
What? Did a warhammer and an axe? Damn. Okay.
Well,
no,
actually, you're right, because he's got a warhammer. You're right.
I'm
I was
not
thinking.
arguing it. I'm not arguing.
No, I know he's not arguing. I was just saying, like, wow, okay.
No,
Dave.
you're right. Well, actually, a warhammer has a lighter head than a great axe would.
A bipenus?
A bipenus. Well, I ain't worried about it. I'll look
Bipenus
up
probably even
Wade's
newer.
letter and we'll see. Ah!
No, I'm not
Waka
worried
waka.
about it. I don't care.
All right, so is anybody else going to do anything before you leave town to head to the great unknown? The great unknown, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll busk.
You are going to busk.
Yeah.
But the busking bus?
The busking bus?
I do need to buy a new loot.
Oh, because your loot is broken. Call it a
Yeah.
copper. There's loot's cheap here.
Cool.
I'm not even going to look for it. So let's go to busking. Is anybody going to help him busk?
No.
I mean, I can since I just bought a loot.
All right, so now you're testing out. You tune it and you go out. So you go into the center square and Bus jumps up on a small fountain and goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, we are the Black Hounds." And Ansel starts to play.
Woo!
Wow!
Oh my god.
Take that.
Wow!
Yeah, I'm glad you wrote it.
Ah!
Holy shit snacks! So,
Wow. Jesus Christ.
so this is going to be D6. So 3 copper per level. So you get 15 copper out of that.
Okay.
I'll
How many
give
people?
you.
We have 5 people?
Yeah,
Can I,
5 people.
While they're distracted, can I pickpocket some?
You've already pickpocketed for the session.
Oh, it's only once a session?
Yeah.
Once a session,
Yeah.
just like busking.
I can't busk only once.
Once per game session.
I'll give everybody 3 copper.
Aw.
You're the best, Bus.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice guy.
Just because I have my new loot here.
Oh, kabong!
Yeah, your
pretty much.
loot was great, but his singing was on fucking point.
A+.
Like a
I'm going to-
91.
I need to get somebody to paint this thing. And I need to fill it with a powder the next time I hit someone.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
Only if you call somebody slap nuts before you do
I
it.
will next time. No, next time we get in a fight, I'm just gonna be like, "You're just now pissing me off." His other one.
Hold on a second. I'm writing something down real quick.
Oh no.
Uh,
We're fighting a mariachi band next week.
Oh my god.
My God, they're loaded.
Oh my god.
That was racist, and I'm sorry.
Very racist.
Oh my god. That's on stream.
it is on stream. I'm gonna get
I-
kicked off. So when I have these ideas, I write them down, and what I just wrote down was for an expertise skill. And what that is for non-combat skills, you choose the expertise skill. So, like for example, Bus could say, "I'm going to take the expertise skill." So for every 10% of skill, your crit range is gone up one.
Reduced.
So it's like targeting, but for non-combat.
Targeting for non-combat, yes.
That's
Makes
nice.
sense.
And you can take it multiple times for multiple skills.
Yeah.
So I was just writing that down as an idea. I'll look at it and weigh it in my head. All right, so it's time to leave the town. The next day, one day has gone by.
Again.
And you're on the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. Stop singing.
Good
For
God.
5 minutes.
For 5 bloody minutes.
All I can think of is that scene from Dumb and Dumber. You want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Ah!
Don't do it.
Okay.
Wasn't going to. I just.
Take no chances.
I
Don't
did it
even.
softly.
It just cuts away, it cuts back. I'm gagged.
4 weeks later.
Okay.
All right, so it's early in the day. You guys break camp, and there's mountains in the distance that you see, and as you're traveling, you're seeing more and more traffic. And there are inns. This is a very well-traveled road, so you guys haven't had to sleep out anywhere. It's a very well-traveled, very well-guarded road. This is called the King's Road.
Okay.
And Norwal is the seat of power for the continent.
Ooh, so this is a
Right.
big city.
Right. So it's a fairly large place. It rivals Coventry in size. But yeah, so you are walking and you're meeting more and more people, and as you're talking to them, you realize that Norwal is getting very, very close, and you realize you'll be there within a day or so.
Oh boy.
Are there any preparations you wanted to make before you get there, or did you just want to go in? How did you want to do this? I'm not going to assume that you're just walking into town going, "Hey, we're the Black Hounds. We're looking for Alexander."
Yeah, no,
I
that would be
would
dumb.
assume we would give Ansel and Amon, if we haven't already, a very detailed description of Alexander.
Actually, wouldn't Ansel and Mon be better off by going in front of you all?
Yeah, us scouting
Because
out for
are
you
we
because
really known by him?
yeah,
I mean,
he shouldn't know who we are.
Well, that depends on if he's. Well, okay. Sorry, I was kind of metagaming there.
No, metagame. What were you going to say?
Yeah.
It depends on if he has like scouts that are looking out for us. Because if they're seen with us in a town,
So
that's,
spies
fairly
in
close.
Coventry that will make them as your associates.
or even in Temas, since it's close.
It's possible. You never know. Alexander's a shifty little fucker.
I mean, he sent a succubus after us and a bunch of assassins and all this stuff. So I put nothing past him.
Sooner or later, the little shit would have to be running out of money, is all I gotta say, but...
Not if he's been working with the pirates.
Working with a pirate. Let's not say the pirates.
Yeah, working with a certain pirate in particular
And his crew.
and his crew. Could I?
Yes, you can all you want.
No.
Oh,
Shut the fuck up. What skill check? Yeah. Never mind.
All right, so who here has observation?
Yes, sir.
Anybody who has observation may roll said observation.
Hang on, where'd my mouse go?
Bus is very
Oh,
observant.
but
Bus found a pretty interesting looking bug on the side of the road, and he's like, I've never seen anything like that before.
Where'd I put that?
this looks kind of tasty.
How much?
Nope,
A new
didn't see nothing.
delicacy.
Right. So, Ammon and Kieran, you guys are looking. You can see out over the town, and part of the thing about the town is it's a maritime town as well. And I got to move that so I can actually see Norwal. As you are looking around, you see that a couple of the ships look very familiar. They're flying a flag that you have seen before.
Is it the flag that the pirate ships had?
Looks very much like that, and you figure that the ships that you see there are the Deceit and the Doomswell.
Found him.
All right, so yeah,
Got 'em!
we need to really set out here and figure out what the fuck we're gonna do then.
Yeah.
Or
Pick at range?
Huh?
Are there people on the boat?
Range?
Are there people on the boat? Well, okay, so you guys are looking into the town from an elevated position on like a cliffside.
Oh, Christ, then we wouldn't be able to see it. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, so I mean, you can make out that the ships are there.
But then how would she have a 1,500-foot range then?
How would she have a
You know?
1,500-foot range?
That's kind of a good question.
I mean, 300 yards is 3 football fields. I mean, how far are we away from this?
You are pretty frickin' far away. You're just looking into town. Basically, you're standing on a cliff overlooking a town, looking at the town. And you see some ships that look very familiar to you, and you're like, you're vastly farther away than 1,500 feet.
Okay, I'm
They're
not
outside of my
putting-
range.
I'm not putting logic into this, but it's cool.
Okay.
Okay.
If we can see the flag, we should see the people. That's all I'm gonna say.
So you put down the spyglass that you took with you off of the ship.
I don't own a spyglass.
Motherfucker, roll with my flavor text, will you? For the God's sake.
Eric has the spyglass, Dave.
He does indeed.
So
You know,
You know what? Here. Hey,
the
Buzz.
blind motherfucker.
Those ships over there.
I'm using it to
Hey.
find a bug.
Hey,
So you stand on the
Buzz.
cliff and you survey the town. Look,
Buzz,
if I put
those
this
ships.
if I put this spyglass up backwards, I can see this bug really clear.
This thing is pretty.
Or the people who made the observation check can say, hey, Bus,
Huh.
use that spyglass thing to see if you can get a better look at those ships. They look real familiar.
What ships?
I can point in the direction. Hey, over there.
all I see is a birdie.
So Bus looks and points
You
out and
missed
goes,
the initial
wow.
observation. You're not stupid.
That's right.
I ate the bug. It's starting to mess with.
I see pretty colors. I can taste numbers. So, yeah. So you look over the town.
Lord.
You look over the town and you go, huh, those ships sure look familiar, and the flag that I see in my long-range viewing thing, they're a lot farther than 1,500 feet away.
So then I slowly move it down to the ship's deck.
So you
Are
see
there
people moving around on the ship's deck, but you can't make out any individuals necessarily.
All I know is that there's people there and they're moving stuff.
People there moving stuff around.
Dave, you know you love us.
I know. I'm allowing you your little fuck yous. That's great.
They look like
Hey, but-
ants.
They look
You
like
hate
ants.
them too?
I can see my house from here.
All right. Anyway, sorry guys.
Any
See any
giant
giant-
houses. So you're looking over the rest of the town.
Are heavily guarded areas.
So the town is set not concentric circles, because the mountains and the shoreline kind of ruin the circleness of it. But radiating out from the center of the town are where it looks almost like a wheel, but not a perfect wheel. The streets aren't all straight, but the immediate streets coming out from the center of the town are. And even though the town is not a walled town, in the center of the town sits a fortress, basically.
Well,
So
I
there's a
wonder where
fortress
he
in the center
is.
of the town. Okay. Can we use said spyglass thingy to maybe suss out, hey, there's like, I don't know, 50 people hanging out around?
Well,
maybe,
so you see that there's, as you're looking over the town, and by the way, you are away from people, so you can look without, people going by on their horses going, oh, look at those weirdos with their spyglass on the cliff. You are not being seen by normal travelers right now. So you're overlooking the town, and you can see that at different parts of the town, there are guardsmen that are patrolling. Again, it's a good-sized town, about the size of Coventry. And so there are patrols that go out.
Holy shit, we actually see guardsmen before a succubus burns down a town, guys.
Hey,
It's almost
they
like they
believe it?
actually do
Well,
their job.
you saw guardsmen at Coventry too, you fuckheads.
Hey, that's Mr. Fuckhead to you.
no.
Dave, I'm sorry.
You're in fine
not.
fettle tonight, you motherfucker.
I was gonna say.
Now he's a motherfucker?
Ladies
You
and gentlemen,
motherfuckhead?
this stream is not intended for younger audiences.
This is a
Not for
unique
kids,
energy at this table.
obviously. Yeah, we're
So can we? Okay, so essentially, what we're asking, we see the guards row. Is there any heavily guarded areas? Like, are the guards going through certain areas more? Are we seeing a pattern?
Are you seeing a pattern? Not for the short time you've been looking, but you do realize that there are at least two gates that you can see. One is directly facing you, and the other looks to be on the northwestern side of the wall.
Mm-hmm.
But there is one in the southwestern side of the wall that's facing the road. The road goes all the way through town. It looks like one goes into one gate. You figure there's probably another gate on the other side. You can't see it because there's buildings in the way. Yeah, and these gates are fairly heavily guarded. Right now they are open, but they are checking people as they go in.
Figured. Okay, so can we, if the party is not against it, can we hang out here a little bit and see, like, if we can get a flow of things?
I'd be dope.
So how
let's
long?
take some time to recon.
Okay.
Yeah, that's we just wanted to recon.
Recon. All right,
'Cause we
so
can't just walk in there.
No.
the sun is going down now. You've been reconning, and pretty soon you see people going along, and they're in some of the parts of town. They're lighting oil in lanterns, and in some parts of the town, it just glows, and it doesn't look like anything really did anything. The walls, however, are of the fortified area look like they're pretty well lit. There are torches on the top, and even at this distance, you can tell that they're not natural torches. They're obviously magicked of some sort. And there are people walking the walls, and the gates closed as soon as the lights came on.
And there's no other way that we could enter this area.
Not that you can see from here.
You said, okay, when you were describing the town, you said it was a walled town or not a walled town?
It is not a walled town. You can get into the town really easily. You just
So
fucking
there
walk
are
in.
ways other than the gates, then.
The gates only gets you to the fortress area in the middle.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
Okay,
I
the town
misunderstanding
itself is not walled at all.
Okay, cool. I swear that's misunderstanding.
Okay,
No.
sorry.
So we can get into Narwhal, but there's no way we're getting anywhere near the fortress in the middle.
Right.
Yeah.
We need to go see if this town has a sewage system. And kobolds.
And kobolds. Are there kobolds in the sewers? Yes, every outhouse has a sewer attachment.
I know it.
Just because. That's the way the world is. The world of Ironwood, every outhouse has a pipe going
has
right down
septic.
to it has a septic system.
And it's big enough to hide a body.
Dave, you have way too much stuff in that. You're gonna have to take some of the stuff out.
Okay.
Something I've never heard.
Heyo.
Heyo. Sorry, Sammy. Sex jokes with dad and daughter. Not good. So you guys are going to go into Narwhal, just wander into town. What are you going to do? Because you can wander into town quite easily.
It's the evening,
Yeah,
though,
but
right?
It is the evening.
But what if we're spotted? All right, cool. Complete silence.
Well,
Awesome.
Yeah. Frankly, if they were spotted, they have to make their way back to tell anybody.
well, there's different types of
fair, but
spotted. I
we're
mean,
in
if
town.
you're sneaking in and you get spotted, it's going to look bad. If you just walk right in and you're spotted, they might not necessarily know who you are. They might not. Them's the chances you got to take when you're sneaking into enemy territory.
So we're going to the 20-year-old at the gas station trying to buy beer. Just be confident and no one's going to bother you.
Hey,
Oh my god.
can I help you, sir?
Hard
Yes.
hat, orange vest, clipboard.
That's
Where's
right.
that?
You can get anywhere, or a lanyard.
No one stops you if you look like you're going somewhere.
Yep.
I just don't want a repeat of the vampire house fiasco where no planning gets us fucked.
I don't think you guys are going to run in all willy-nilly.
All right, so Jack's gonna run all willy nilly.
Bus is literally
Look,
just
honestly,
wielding
it's a
both of his
valid
swords.
concern.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I just feel like we can't be afraid of being known.
Well, kind of though.
So you guys are looking around, and you've seen the people that have been going into town. There aren't all that many lizard people that you've seen. There's a damn lot of humans and Cantari. There's a few Katera. There's some elves. You've seen some dwarves. It's a pretty cosmopolitan area. So your races won't make a huge difference going in here.
Are there any that are the very, very tall and yellow?
To be fair, he was running after me. Like he bumped in. Like Harvey was running to me on the street.
As a matter of fact,
That's a good point.
you see some lizard people, and they're of varying sizes and varying colors. So, yeah, lizard men apparently are multicolored creatures, and that is now canon.
Wait a minute.
Brett.
I didn't have to be a fucking
Beige? No.
brown lizard.
I've been yellow this
mean-
whole time.
You didn't have to be, but you get to be.
Then I want a color chart, sir.
Oh my god.
Oh, because you did yourself.
Anyway, sorry. I'm very overly cautious at this point. Because the last time
Yeah.
we were going into a situation that we knew very little about, it went very poorly.
Yeah, we lost 2 party members.
Yeah. So, a little bit of PTSD there. I don't want to just go.
Wada, don't get her all wound up. It's bad enough as it is.
I don't.
What are we doing? Are we walking into town? Are we in town?
Now, I'm gonna pull the Leroy Jenkins, just go right and screaming there, Leroy Jenkins! No, I'm just kidding.
No, you don't. You're not in town. You're still on the cliff talking. I mean, it's
like
fairly dark out at this point. Let me see what the lighting is. It's cloudy. It's overcast. You can see about 38 feet in front of you.
So
without night vision.
What we need to do,
Or can I
we need to
see?
go find the
You can see
shittiest
unlimited.
inn
Okay.
in town that is most run down and rats going through the rooms and stay there.
Well,
I'm okay.
yeah.
With it.
Getting in at night is probably the best option, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we're gonna
And
do it, we're gonna do it now.
We don't want to go to a big establishment either. We need to go to literally the.
Yeah.
We need to pull an Aragorn and just sit in very low light, smoking a pipe and
Hang out in the prancing pony.
out of pretty much out of sight. If I just lean back, I'll be invisible.
Right. Right. That doesn't look conspicuous at all when you do that. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go walking into Narwhal like normal human beings and find the cheapest inn. Right?
All right. You guys all walking in together or separately, or how are you doing this?
Separately.
Individually or by twos?
I'm going to go to a different inn than they are.
Okay, so who is walking in and
Can
with
we
whom?
can we come back to this next week? Just leave it right here.
You want?
I don't
Why don't we
the
just go into
idea of
town?
splitting
Like,
up.
You want?
We can
Do you
send
want
me and
planning
Wada.
time?
I don't
I
think
just
anybody
need
else.
some-
I don't know what we're planning for.
I
Just
need,
trying to get into town.
We
Yeah.
don't need to be together.
Yeah, we don't.
I mean, that's obvious.
Two.
Okay, so who is walking in with whom?
To be fair, Sammy and Jack would probably be the most well-known.
I would say
And-
probably me and Ansel, since we'd be the least known.
You'd be the least known.
So that
We can stay
way,
in the same inn, just not in the same room.
Oh, okay, that's what you mean. Because I was like, I don't think it's a good idea to split up that much.
We just don't need to be always in a party together.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense.
All right, so
I'll go with Jack. That's fine. Take Ammon, Bus, and Kieran together, and I can go with Jack.
okay, so Ansel and Jack, you guys gonna go first, or you gonna go second?
Whatever they want us to do. Yeah, we'll go
First,
first. Yeah.
Okay, so Ansel and Jack. Let me go ahead and do something over here.
Oh, and-
Okay, so then the other three. Okay, let me click off of that. Awesome. So you guys work your way through, and Bus, not Bus, but Ansel and Ammon leave like little telltale signs, which Kieran uses her tracking ability to get to the same inn.
Okay.
That way you don't have
Okay.
to be following really, really closely. Like every once in a while, like every 5 or 10 steps, he will, scrape something along the pavement, and not the pavement necessarily, but a wall or
My
whatever.
toenail.
Right. Well, it won't be the pavement. Most of the roads paved, but you don't know what the streets are going to be like. And since you're going down a main road, there are like
Right.
carts and horses and shit like that can be marking stuff up. So be walls and stuff. But you come to an inn, and let me see what the fantasy name generator comes up with as an inn. Inn names. Fantasy name generator, inn names. So I'm going to take the third one.
Oh God.
I said the third one, and I'm going to use it. The Macho Pigeon Pub.
Yep. Yeah.
That definitely
Just in,
sounds like a shitty pub.
just in case you think I'm kidding, the Macho Pigeon Pub.
He's not wrong.
Wow.
That's really what it says.
the
Wow.
Macho Pigeon Pub. I like it. And by the way, any of you watching this, the random name generator, the fantasy random name generator, is the greatest website in the history of websites when it comes to gaming as a GM.
So, is this where you introduce bird people?
Yeah.
I mean, could be.
Bird people.
He shows up. Oh yeah, welcome. Macho Pigeon Pub.
Macho Pigeon Pub. So,
I didn't do cocaine.
the sign that is over the thing is of a guy in an eye patch, and he is obviously a pirate. And on his shoulder, instead of a parrot, there's a pigeon.
Is his name Bonesaw?
Bonesaw is ready.
Is it boats? Is ready?
No, his name is not indeed Bonesaw, but so that's the sign that's over there. You go walking in. The place is it's a fairly rough establishment. It's going to cost you a lead piece each to stay, and that's probably being very, very generous. Even though you say you don't want to stay together as a group, you end up together as a group anyway in a large common room.
So we don't have to sleep in near beds near each other then.
No, there's like pallets with scratchy straw. You realize that you may get fleas out of this because you're itchy when you guys get up in the morning.
I don't have hair, sir.
There's also
It's not you, I'm not on the bed.
There's also about 15 or 20 other people crammed in this big fucking room with you, so you're not going to be able to talk amongst yourselves.
That's okay.
And the next day,
Hold on,
Dawn's...
I wanted to
Go
make
ahead.
something throughout the night.
You're not going to be able to make anything. You don't have your stuff, and you don't have the room to set up like the mortar and pestle and the Bunsen burner and shit like that. If you wanted to stand out, that would be a great thing to do in a common room.
I was going to use my alchemy, but okay.
Yeah. So you realize that this would be a bad place for it. In your own room, knock yourself out. But in a common room like this with a lot of people, plus the stuff you use for that are kind of expensive implements, and you're in a common room. So some of the guys look askance at all of you. They size you up individually. You can tell they're going over the calculations in their head. Would it be worth the effort?
No, they can try.
Is what their thought process is at this point. And you can tell they're looking at Ansel and Ammon. And they look at Ammon and they raise an eyebrow, and they look at Ansel and they immediately give up the idea. Then Kieran and Jack and Buzz comes in, and as soon as they come in, you guys three all come in together, and they all look at you, and they've decided that the risk is not worth the reward.
I mean, there's a 6'9" lizard that walks in the door. I don't
With
think
2 swords on his fucking hip.
I have a war axe and a warhammer. I don't think that.
I will call animals into this bitch.
Just flash my poisons.
Jack just stands there and goes, "Holy fire!"
Yeah, so I mean, everybody is looking askance at you, and they decide, not everybody in here is a rough and tumble, I'm going to kill you kind of guy. Some of them are just regular farmers, clutching their meager belongings to themselves as they try and stay unobtrusive in the corner, things like that.
That'll be fine. I will stay up the whole night if I have to protect these people.
But there are some in the crowd that look like they jumped ship, and they're disreputable looking guys.
Are any of them familiar?
None of them look familiar to you, and you use your... None of them look familiar to you at all, and you use your heraldry on them, and you realize that they are, if any of them have any levels or classes, they're all like super low.
Okay.
So
So
if they
would
decided that they
die.
wanted, if they wanted to try something, it would be a bloodbath, and it wouldn't be in their favor. So you're entirely confident that you could go to sleep and these guys wouldn't be able to do much of anything to you.
Still gonna keep all of our stuff.
I want to
with us,
stab.
but-
I want to stab, and it just bounces off our plate. I want to stab.
Right, so you make a good actually you're a fighter, you can sleep in
Yes.
your plate. So basically you lay down and the clanking and everything, and you close your eyes and you sigh, and everybody else like takes off whatever armor they can't wear to bed. It's just one of those. So you go to bed and you just lay down like a soldier, basically. You know, they can sleep anywhere. That's the way you are. And so yeah, that's. And the day dawns bright and clear. Nobody's touched your stuff. If
Damn
any,
right.
any of you homos touch my stuff, I'll kill you. Anybody
Yes,
stripes?
exactly what I would say.
Stripes?
No.
Anybody?
Almost word for
Yep.
word.
Okay.
Dave,
Yeah.
you didn't
Shut
just
up, Francis.
you didn't just say what I think you said, did you?
You've never heard that?
No, that's not the point, dude.
I know, but it's A, quoting a movie, and B, it was yeah, the guy was not doing it in a good light.
Yeah.
It's obviously making fun of the guy saying it. It would be like referencing Blazing Saddles kind of stuff. So
All right.
yeah,
But you still said it. I'm just
I know.
bringing it up.
I know. The context is everything.
Oh, I'm not judging you for it. It's what the Twitch mods will think.
They won't think anything of it because of the context. I would die on that hill, bitches.
I mean, they've banned for less.
Yeah, well.
They've banned for more, but they've also banned for less.
I used to do drugs. I still do, but
And
I used
they
to also.
didn't ban for a lot worse.
Yes.
Yes.
Look at Amaranth. They got her for sexual noise making for ASMR, which I thought was funny as hell.
Yeah, but when
Okay.
she gave herself a hysterectomy on screen, it didn't matter. Anyway.
But that wasn't the bannable part. It was the weird noises and licking ears and stuff.
Yep.
Hey,
Can we?
Can we move along? Let's do that. So, the day
Yeah.
dawns bright and clear. How were you going to go about doing this assault on Alexandria?
Oh god, I have no fucking clue.
I'm literally, guys, and I'm not trying to be like the Harvey of the group. I'm literally gonna go start walking the streets to find out what is of this town.
Well,
I agree,
It's
but I'm
not
going
the
to go in a
worst
different
idea.
direction.
All right, so since you said that, Jack, what are you planning on doing? Like, you guys are all talking about what you're going to do. Once everybody leaves, you can talk amongst yourselves.
Right.
So in actuality, I know it's 8 o'clock. Again, next week is Thanksgiving.
Right.
mhm.
Then we are going to meet the 2nd, and we are going to meet the 9th.
Yep.
And then we're going to have 2 weeks off to the 23rd, and then we'll go every other week from there.
Mhm.
This is a good place to end it. It allows you guys to talk amongst yourselves off of stream. You can talk in-game or out of game. It doesn't matter to me. You can strategize because this is what you guys can do. Right? It'll give you more time to do things like that. You can send me questions. You can ask me questions, and I will answer like this. So if you ask a question, you want to look at something in-game chat, I will do, this is a GM storyline effect or whatever. So I will do that to let you know that that's what you see, that's what you do, things like that.
I gotcha.
Essentially, I'm asking this before we leave.
Yes.
Are we trying to start the assault next week? Are we wanting to end this before we go on the 2 weeks?
I assume, and this is Dave planning, Dave planned on the 16th being the culmination of the Alexander arc.
So now that's moving to the 23rd?
No. I'm still saying the 16th, I mean the 9th, If I said the 16th,
Right.
I'm sorry. The 9th.
Okay,
So-
that makes more sense then.
We have 3 weeks.
So we have the 2nd and the 9th. The 9th
yeah.
is probably going to be the culmination of the Alexander arc, for better or for
Okay.
worse.
Okay.
So you've got 2 sessions left. So this would be, you ended chapter 1. This is going to be chapter 1.5, basically.
Right.
Okay. And then, okay, so
This is going to be the end of one of the major arcs. I almost made Alexander the end of chapter 1.
but it didn't work, or
It didn't work as well as the leaving of Coventry,
okay.
Right.
because that would have been like you wouldn't have been able to get your 5th level until after Alexander then.
So essentially, we're walking the streets, getting all the information. The second when we come back after the Thanksgiving break, we're gonna start the assault.
Or you guys could talk amongst yourselves to do things like that. Then you can start doing actions the week you come back. The assault will probably be a 2-session thing.
So then the answer is yes. Then
Yeah, essentially, I'm correct.
Yes, I'm trying to answer questions without giving too much away.
I get it.
Okay, that's all I needed to know, because I need to know how serious I need to be about this. I can't go out and just find a sparring pit and start sparring. This ain't a town we're gonna be staying at. Literally, we're here to take care of business and get shit done.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
Who knows what happens after? I mean, if you lose, it doesn't matter, and if you win, who knows what kind of ramifications it's going to have for Norwal in the area. You don't know.
Right.
You don't know how well Alexander has insinuated himself yet.
Okay, I mean, that helps me out a lot.
Yeah.
So, I know it was kind of a short session. There's only a couple hours, and that's okay. The next 2 sessions are going to be major implications. The one on the 9th is going to be... I can't wait! It's going to be great!
TPK, first session, don't even get to the second session. Good game, guys.
I would
Yeah.
be severely disappointed if that were what happened.
It's possible.
It is, but I would be disappointed.
All right, cool. I'm cool with that.
All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and stop. What's that?
I said all right.
Oh, I thought you said wait. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream. Anybody that was watching, Joe, if you're still there, Joe Frog, I'm going to have to see what your stream is like too. But I will talk to you guys later, and we will see you next week. Same bat time. Actually, next week, not next week, the week after that. Everybody have a happy Thanksgiving, and we will see you in 2 weeks. Bye!
Bye.
Bye.